Kia ora and welcome to the Amish Austen. I'm Frances Duncan, an author and the founder of the Jane Austen Society of Aotearoa, New Zealand. My co-host is Amme.
Kia ora.
Today we're discussing Chapter 28 of Northanger Abbey. Just as Catherine agrees to extend her stay at Northanger, the General banishes her.
What the fuck?
That is the appropriate response.
And it's like the rudest possible version of being asked to leave that can possibly be done.
She's 17.
Yeah.
She is 70 miles from home. She literally doesn't even have enough money to get home. She's travelling alone, always a no-no. On a Sunday, also a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
It would be normal for them to send a servant with her. Nope. Just pushed her out of the house.
It would be bad now to kick a 17-year-old out of your house unexpectedly, if she'd been staying with you.
So much worse then. She is a young, powerless woman. She doesn't have money of her own. You're always dependent on male relatives to have someone to travel with.
Mm-hmm.
No.
She wouldn't know that she was expected to leave if Eleanor hadn't come to her in the middle of the night immediately after receiving this news and warned her. That is the only reason that she is packed and dressed and able to put on a expecting face to the family at breakfast, is that she got told at midnight, hey, they're giving you the boot in the morning.
He does it so early that she's like, is it so he won't be obliged to see me? Because he's not at breakfast. It's only Eleanor. What do you think would have happened had the General seen her?
I'm just desperately trying to figure out what story has been told of her behaviour, conduct, what has been told of Isabella triangle that has tarnished her by association or something, or been blamed upon her. I don't know. Catherine doesn't know. Eleanor doesn't know, but knows that it's bad enough that if Catherine is to write to her, which Eleanor desperately wants, she needs to do it under a different name.
Oh no, she's writing to Alice, her maid. She's like, if you write to me, write the letter to my maid. I'm not allowed to receive mail from you.
Yeah, sorry. I read that as pretend that you're someone else in the letter, but it does amount to the same thing of, I cannot receive letter from you. We have to immediately cut all association. What the...
And it is so bad. Eleanor's like, if the Allens had been in Bath, it would have only taken you a couple of hours to get back to them. We're taking you to the other side of the country, and now we're just kicking you out. Everything is terrible. Oh, and when she comes to the door...
Yeah.
Oh, Catherine's like, it's from Woodston. Henry's dead. Oh my God. And Miss Tilney's like, no, it's okay. She's really compassionate about it because she knows.
Yeah.
She knows Catherine loves Henry. It's so sweet, but it's heartbreaking. She stops herself from having a gothic moment because she's like, I think someone's outside the door, and she just opens it.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a moment, I'm just going to open it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of a gothic moment.
Yeah, because she opens it to a horrified woman. Horrified for maybe a different reason than you would get in most gothic novels, but also, not really, because a dramatic emotional upheaval is part of the genre. It's just that this would be a situation where it's he's dead.
She's pale and she's crying. It's all very gothic.
Again, because Eleanor is the true gothic heroine, Catherine's just the main character.
Back at the start of the chapter, the General goes to London, and Catherine's like, a loss can sometimes be a gain. It's Mum and Dad have gone, we're having a house party.
Yeah.
They were restrained under his presence, and now there's this release, and they can do whatever they like. But she's like, I've been here maybe a bit too long. Maybe I should go home. So in the middle of Eleanor talking about something else, she's like, do you think I should go home now? Super awkward, which just makes the end of this chapter so much more painful that she's literally just said, I'm going to stay for another 4 weeks. And Henry was gratified that she was going to stay. She's like, it's a proof of her importance to them. She did almost always believe that Henry loved her, and quite always that his father and sister loved her and even wished her to belong to them.
Everything was all coming up her way. Then it all just gets ripped apart.
Henry has to go to Woodston And they're like, that's cool. It's not going to be absolutely terrible because the general's not here. When Henry is not here and the general's here, it's hard. But the general's not here. So Henry going is kind of okay. But then, a carriage turns up and they think it's going to be Captain Tilney.
Which would have been like, gosh, so nasty. Like, ooh, imagine the, like, guy that ruined your brother's engagement. And, like, yeah, maybe in hindsight, your brother was engaged to someone who he shouldn't have been engaged to. And it's probably for the best for him long term. But he's still devastated, so you don't want to see him. So the guy who ruined your brother's engagement rocks up to the house that you're currently staying at, and it's like, no, you can't be dealing with that, you can't face that, and like, it's his family, it's his house, so like, he has more of a right to show up than you do, so like, he's gonna like, make it tomorrow's problem, and you'll just go to bed, and oh no, this is definitely your problem right now.
So much worse than she imagined, although it should note that she still thinks well of him, that she thinks that by this time, he'd be ashamed.
Yeah.
Oh, Catherine.
Yeah.
It's not just you're leaving, it's you're basically leaving immediately.
And I do appreciate that we do kind of get a tie back to her initial departure from her family to Bath, where her initial departure didn't have a lot of pomp and circumstance to it, right? It was just very bog standard. Her father gave her only £10.
10 guineas.
10 guineas, yes, sorry. To like last out her holiday and nothing to like extend that further if needed. I guess because, yeah, under the assumption that she'd be spending all her time with the Allens and that they would be contributing to her being able to exist in those ways. Except that now she's obviously extended her time away from the family by, like, 4 weeks or something?
Yeah.
To be much further away. And, yeah, so let's go back to the inverting. It's like the departure is incredibly abrupt, without even the bare necessities of travelling as a 17-year-old woman, dramatically reduced funds. Because if Eleanor hadn't had the, like, presence of mind to be like, hey, you're, like, way further from home than, like, you were expecting to be, do you have enough money for, like, the train home? Like, do you have, like, your snapper on you? Do you have, like, the ability to get home? And Catherine's like, no, actually, I don't. And if you hadn't asked, I probably wouldn't have noticed until it was too late and I was just stuck in the middle of England with no way to get home.
She's like, it's fine. I mean, I'm sure I would have got home, but Eleanor's like, no, I want to make sure that you're safe. Please write to me so I know you got home safe, because I do not know that you will.
Yeah, text me once you're home, like, immediately. If I don't get a message from you, I will assume that you died on the way.
Even Eleanor doesn't know why.
No.
She's like, there's nothing you've done that could cause him offence. And Catherine's like, but he's so polite and well-bred and so fond of me. What is happening?
We are all asking that question, babes.
She's living her gothic fantasy in a kind of different way. So she's not sleeping at night, but now she's got reality and substance. She's got anxiety founded in fact. Her fears are a probability, but she can't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's that thing of it's fun to play act horror. It's fun to have, like, scary things that are fantasy and controlled. It's less fun when it's actually happening to you. She was having her fun gothic fantasy, exploring the Abbey and coming up with morbid things involving General Tilney and killing off his wife, and that was all fun, and she got rightfully called out for coming up with these things about the people that she was actively living with. But it was fun, moderately harmless. This is not fun. This is like the flip side of that. It's like when it is your reality, when you do not have control of the situation, and when a conversation wouldn't be enough to just like make all go away, it's not fun, it's just scary.
That flipping from such a good day the day before, happy breakfast. Henry had been there, Henry had sat by her and he had helped her, and now Eleanor's like throwing her gowns in a trunk with like no experience. She's not good at this shit. She's got a maid, but she's trying to be helpful. I don't know what to do. Like, please write to me to let me know that you're safe. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, and like Eleanor is taking as much responsibility as she can, which she shouldn't have to. She is also a young woman. Like, this is not her fault, but she's doing all the things she can to put Catherine into as good a situation as she can in what is an absolutely awful situation. But Eleanor is also powerless in this situation. And it is a very sharp and abrupt reminder of the lack of power that these people have in the world that they are occupying. And it is something that we don't really see throughout a lot of the build-up to this, where we see women being women together, women having conversations. When we get to Bath, we have Mrs. Allen and Catherine. They're lonely, but they're doing stuff because there's the two of them together. So it's all good. When we meet the Thorpes and suddenly Isabella is included into the general mix, still all good, you know? We've still got this, like, set understanding of all the rules, and people who are societally expected to be supporting you are around and available. This is not that situation, and it is very abruptly putting into focus how much of the safety of Bath is because it is a place where there is society in place, and that the rules of society have to be observed. Right now, the rules of society are not being observed, and it removes any illusion of safety that they provide.
What do you think has happened?
That the general has been told something absolutely awful about her family being, like, money-seeking, awful people who are exclusively there to steal from his family or, like, ruin his family's good name. And I truly cannot figure out anything else, because all the drama that we've had so far has been purely relationship drama, which would have an impact on the, like, broader family and societal stuff. But, like, we've not been people who have been getting updates. We've had 2 letters in total, 2 pieces of communication from the, like, rest of society, the rest of the world. One has been, I will never speak again of the person that I was engaged to. This has hurt me so horribly. I'll never recover emotionally or spiritually or anything. I'm going to curl up into a ball in the bottom of a well and just cry myself to death. And the other being like, oh, babes, I've missed you so much. I've just, like, not even had a chance to write. It's been so boring, but, like, I just keep getting pulled away by stuff that I have to do. I think, like, maybe your brother's, like, mad at me, but, like, I can't figure out why. But, like, I'm sure it's just because of that, like, awful captain who's like, I know that, like, you, like the family, but I think you really shouldn't, because I think they're really mean. I think they were really mean to me, and I think that because of that, your brother doesn't like me anymore. Won't you just tell your brother to like me again? Because I think he should like me. Those are the 2 letters we have. They have not given us the, like, greater context of the society outside the Abbey.
And what do you think is going to happen next?
I don't know, and I'm scared.
I should not laugh with such glee at that. I'm glad to see you're invested. And that's our discussion of Chapter 28 of Northanger Abbey. I'm Frances Duncan. This has been Amme. Thank you for listening, and we wish you happy reading.
I despise you and everything you stand for.
Love you too.